Today is both the beginning and an ending of a journey. Even though our journeys of EENP have been similar, our separate journeys have all been different. Robert Frost said 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the road less traveled. And throughout my life, I have definitely taken the road less traveled. And I imagine that my fellow graduates have too. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes a few days before my first birthday. At the age of 2, I became one of the youngest recipients of an insulin pump. I attended the General Assembly in Virginia supporting a bill requiring insurance companies to pay for diabetic supplies. Even with hypoglycemic unawareness, I have been able to compete in dance and am the reigning teen soloist national champion. I am an honor student at Eastern High School on track to graduate a full year early. I don't remember those few days in the pediatric intensive care unit where I spent my first birthday. I don't remember only asking for pink birthday cake for my second birthday because I had never tasted cake before. And I don't remember the countless hours my mother has spent worrying about me or waking up at all hours of the night to check my blood sugar. But I can show you the permanent scars on my fingers from the 40,000 times I've pricked my finger. I can show you the marks on my back and stomach where the needle for my insulin pump has been in my skin for more than 5,500 days. I can tell you about the time that I passed out at school or the times I threw up because my blood sugar was too high. I even remember the time I spit green cake icing at the school nurse and the time I passed out in the elevator on my way to see my newborn little sister. I can recall how hard it was to make friends because parents thought their child could catch diabetes from me. Even now, teachers yell at me to put away my cell phone when actually I am giving myself extra insulin after lunch. Being diabetic is difficult, but as I have grown older, I have tried to use my disability as a platform to increase knowledge, support, and awareness. Last year, my dance competition team even performed a production to A Little Bit Longer by Nick Jonas, who is also type 1 diabetic. The dance promoted awareness of the constant struggle of diabetes. It is a disease that affects everything you do, how, when, and what you eat, how much exercise to do, and if you can participate in an activity. I learned to check my own blood sugar at the age of 2. I could change my insulin pump site a few years after. I was counting carbs by the time I was in elementary school. I think that diabetes has actually given me an intrinsic motivation to want to succeed and to show people that I have better things to do than worry about diabetes. That same drive is what led me to EENP. Almost a year ago, while watching the Health Channel at my sister's doctor's office, I saw a short clip on Diabetic Alert Dogs. I told my mom that I was going to have an alert dog, to which she just smiled and said, "Okay, dear." Much to her astonishment, I went home and began researching immediately. My mom sure was surprised when she started receiving phone calls from various service animal organizations. I guess my family has come to accept this part of me, but the real surprise came from the price associated with these animals. I, however, was more determined than ever. After contacting our local newspaper, a front-page article was released about my planning to raise the required money. The next week was quite a blur. Several key donors, including Mike and Steve Royster and Deirdre Rogers, all business leaders in my community, stepped up to assist me. I was more encouraged than ever, especially when Mike said, "We will get you this dog." I spoke at events, clubs, schools, and organizations, sent out letters and emails, and did everything I could to raise money and awareness. Just like Billy, one of my favorite books, Where the Red Friend Grows, I knew I had to meet God halfway. So I made sure that I did my part, and through the generosity of friends, families, and even strangers, God did his part as well. I had some of my young students at the dance studio empty their piggy banks, and one young girl even gave me the entire contents of $4.35. I even had my little sister give me part of her birthday money. Thankfully, the staff at EENP matched my determined spirit too. They too wanted me to succeed. I knew I had found the right organization during my first in-person meeting. Finner and JJ both started alerting me while I was there, and they were right. All the excitement made my blood sugar rise. I was almost speechless knowing that soon I too would have my own alert system, even when I couldn't feel a change in my body. Thanks to the help of some wonderful donors, as well as those who donate to EENP, allowing me to receive a scholarship, my dreams are finally becoming a reality. But my blessings didn't stop there. I was matched with my superhero gas. Some superheroes fly, but mine sits and stays. Gaz is my all-the-time, everywhere best friend. He has alerted me at home, at school, at dance, and even during the craziest of our most recent dance competition. Gaz has been my presidential candidate in civics class, part of my science project, my escort on the homecoming tour, my dance partner, the warmer of my feet on cold nights, my reminder to eat, and also my reminder that taking the road less traveled often results in some amazing scenery. A few months ago, Gaz left my upstairs bedroom around 1 o'clock in the morning and ran down the stairs jumping in bed with my parents. Of course, the 60-pound bouncing puppy got their attention very quickly. My mom followed him to my room where she woke me up and had me to check my blood sugar. Gaz had been right. My blood sugar was already out of the normal range. If he hadn't alerted my mom, I would have woke up the next morning sick and vomiting and missing yet another day of school. Gaz has allowed me to feel more normal. Because of his abilities, I feel confident. My worries are fewer and my hopes are higher, and yes, Mom, I'm ready for my driver's license. I have seen bumper stickers that say God is my co-pilot. Maybe I can get one that says Gaz is my co-pilot. I know that many of you here today have supported EENP, and you didn't exactly know where your donation would be used, only that it would support the mission of this organization. I can assure you that we are all standing here today as graduates because of you. You gave so that we could all benefit. And now this little girl from Pilot Mountain is finally fulfilling her dream. You see, our journey to this point is coming to a close, or maybe better yet, a pathway. It is a pathway to the next crossroad, the next decision. I hope that you can enjoy taking the road less traveled, with new scenery to see and new adventures to be had, but this time I get to do it with my four-legged soulmate.